Call me Fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, she throw away home. Bev Hill life on Rodeo.
Stays with Virtus Pro. The points are close. The money is huge. This means everything to these teams as we head in to the final match of the weekly final. $100,000 for first place, a best of one of the 4 top teams in the world. Could it get more exciting? Yes, it can, because the casters are Sims and Pansy.
Thank you so much, and what a way to welcome us into the final game, and it could not be closer. Currently leading the pack is Virtus Pro on 84 points. Below them, Faze on 80. Just below that, Genji 73 and Oath on 68. Any of these teams could do it, Rich. Any single one of them. Who's your money
That's the best
on?
part. Whew. I mean, I've always been a bit of a VP fanboy, so I'd have to initially say VP just from personal reasons, but like after seeing what Faze Clan have just formulated, let's take a look at the circle first before punching a name in there. That's kind of important because I do believe that VP, unfortunately, they were on the receiving end of the baton previously. I mean, that circle was just catastrophic for them. They played what you would normally play, the upper ends of Erangel, and the hard shift was just so brutal. I mean, it'd be devastating. Look, we're playing a numbers game. You have to be able to deal with these hard shifts. You have to understand that they do happen, and putting yourself in a position to receive them is always the best way of doing it. To say that they would lose it off the back of a hard shift, again, you have to have a player ready to be able to receive that. Okay, we're over by the West. Teams that are going to have, that we're looking at, probably more of a difficult run. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Skinhead and guns on the back, ready to rock and roll. I don't think Puniger realized that he's sat out in the open. He's hanging outside of the vehicle, just staring. He's held for a second to give them a false sense of security with all 3 players there. They're pushing inside this one. First one fall. That's the first victim off the back of the Uzi, and now finally Lingdu shows his hand. It comes down to one player, Shimboy, who started all this off, and instantly is dead and buried. Now, Multi-Circle Gaming. Yes, I like how you've touched on it instantly. It's one of the teams that we said they're in with a very small chance of being able to do this. They haven't lost any players, and they've got 4 free points off the back of it. That is a huge, huge win. The observation team, rightfully so, will be focusing on those top 3 teams. And one thing to note on them, VP, Faze, Genji, and this is kind of wild to think about it, Lauren. Every single one of them is on the edge of the circle. Like, MCG is smack bang in the middle. They do have a freak of freaks staring down the barrel, and any of these grenades is going to be catastrophic in what MCG is trying to build towards the top.
Oh, this is sick. The covering fire from the back lines from Hansia, allowing the push-up from a CAD. Now they're going to force out utility from MCG. They have to see if they can weather the storm of that. But Multi-Circle Gaming, that's not bad. There it is. Nade comes out. Hansia's found. A CAD gets slowed down. This hit that it was building now kind of gets dealt with, pushed aside. This is 2 more kills potentially in the pockets. 2 more points going to come in. And here we go. Suddenly, MCG looking like they are primed on this one. There we go. More points coming through. Now they're going to kind of start edging further ahead from Oath, who, well, a little bit further out on this, and now they can still deal with shoot to kill. This is insane stuff. Finally a response. Guts dealt with Lingdu, who's holding that deeper angle on the tunnel push-up while they were trying to fight towards a Freak of Freaks. So they have to turn their attention back to this. They'd love to keep more up, but awkward flash comes out, doesn't catch him. And the nade's brilliant from Kurt. Up and over. Look, you can focus on the tunnel, but hey, you ain't got a roof, so catch a nade or 2. This could be MCG done for. It goes from 0 to 0 at this pace. And a Freak of Freak seeing this probably should apply some pressure too. Send some more nades down. Send some shots down range. See if anything comes out of this.
You can see the emergency smokes now have to be committed because they realize that this could be the chance for a Freak of Freaks to make a hop jump at... Ooh, okay, I didn't realize that actually...
readjustment from Faze.
Backfilled. Yeah, I mean, there was only one player here, and that was Rustamar on the side of Ents. No, they don't, because this hill's eventually going to get pushed down. What do? Do you drive into Team Liquid? Did you drive into a ditch? Everywhere has gone. Maybe... I think that's all they can do. The front of it, you could probably go for the tunnel, the bent tunnel here, but you're going to have STK. They're going to turn into it. No, they're going to go MCG. They're going to MCG.
Okay. Three nades, anything. Let's see what they've got. Gen G on the pull-up now, still in the vehicles, trying to get out. Tank, oh, he's trying to get to the other side, find a bit of cover. Gen G with a mad play here. Desperation in absolute abundance. Nades galore, Molotovs, everything for survival. They're sweeping through them. There it is, exactly what they need. Multi-Circle Gaming go down in 10th. They got to 4th, but Oath still stand with 3 currently. Faze are finding a bit of a fight towards them, but this is the bigger fight right now. It looks like Shoot to Kill want to take a fight towards Gen G. That is bold of you, but here we go. Lou putting up some numbers here as well for VP, but trying to withstand against T1. Nades coming through, but Tulin's just about stays alive. Star-Lord gets flushed by Hiruzen, and now Aqua5 and one more of the players are in troubles, but there's further problems now building. ENCE are starting to flex out of that compound. Diggory looking for deeper angles, because they have freedom up here. Oath in danger as well. The Molotov comes in, and Oath are pushing in towards this. Oath want to get involved in the shoot-to-kill Gen G battle, but they're on the wrong side of it. Kurtz just managed to find pack caps, and Gen G are alive, but for how long? This is absolute madness. Angshay has just found Hiruzen and flushed him, but Tulins is in trouble. VP are looking like they are now falling by the wayside. This is not what you wanted if you're a VP fan. ENCE are now crushing down on them as well. They are making the push. Rustamar is out and about. He's going to start building up towards them. A nade, a bit of damage. Lou is all alone. This could be VP done for. This could open up everything. It's all on one. Lou, what can you do here? Can you stay alive, or is this the last stand for you? It's the last stand. It's game on now. Faze, Gen G on the hunt, and it is viable.
Only a 6-kill buffer. VP will fall. Gen G have got problems of their own, though. STK continue the push. Underneath the cover of smoke, they have arrived. Through the ditches, they are here in abundance. All the utility has been committed to the cause, and that's the question. Has the call been made? Look, we don't have the lethal utility. We don't have the capabilities to take down this roster. But the problem is, backfilled in all of this, Liquid, they moved from the safety of the compound. The circle moved away and forced them. They are standing their ground. They are waiting. The North American roster has turned away from the fight on Gen G and has now been faced with a very angry Team Liquid. But it's Purdy Curdy. Away we go. 1-2, thank you. Ibby on the opposing side. Round the corner, he needs to make something happen. Now for Gen G, is this some sign to maybe try and get involved in this one, or do you stand your ground? They have a better stance in the circle. They might as well just stand here, let everybody else muller one another, and then eventually turn up. But the points eventually will begin to tick away. Same could be said for Faze. Eventually, if they want to win this, they need to get into the fray, finally. They come round the corner. Team Liquid is dispatched. STK is starting to work their way up the tables. Maybe that money bracket is reaching. But Faze, you have to get involved soon. They have a lot of ground, though, and that's the bigger thing. ENCE, the big old run towards TSG. They've not been seen. He's in. How is Squeaky allowed to do this? Volley Bear, where's the response here? He's battered them. ENCE have somehow made it into a safe position.
I have no idea where ENCE get the guts to do this, but right now they've just swept through TSG. They've taken position, and it's not stopping, but FaZe have Oath in their sights. They know where they are, and Gustav is going to start moving up towards this one. I am scared for Oath. This could be their final chance at this. They're down to currently 2 standing. 1 is knocked, and I see Gustav with a nade. That's going to be posted through. This could be huge. Gustav with a nade. 8C with the shots. That looks good. It is! FaZe take down Oath, maintain position, garner some kills, and get some points to just push further forward now. We have 4 teams alive, and they are masters at their craft. Gen G still stand with 4, but only 1 kill. FaZe with 4, but 2 kills.
They get within reaching distance of FaZe. If they can somehow put a bottle cap on this, one good grenade had sealed the deal. But they're probably now focused fire onto ENCE, who have to work their way through the field. A very open position, and it should be a decent line of sight. Onyx, another member of STK, falls.
ENCE pushing. ENCE working up in the fields. Nades, Molotovs in Onyx. Oh no, they have no idea. Oh, Diggory's found in Onyx. Gen G now, this is a problem. You had Shoot to Kill on one side, and now you've got the Finns falling on top of you. They're about to dive into the trenches. Another nade hits. Loki's damaged, but Rustamar goes down. flushed by 80. That's a point for Faze, but the Molly finds Loki. And now how many actually stand for Gen G? Just 2. Pio and Esther. And you can see Shoot to Kill just enamored by the idea of blood. That bloodlust just overcoming them. Luke 12 on the push. Kurt behind them. Nades going in. Molly's going in. Flashes everything they've got. Gen G are surrounded on all fronts. I don't know if they can lift through this. An nade from 8C comes in. Squeaky's now knocked. Not flushed. Further shots come out from Faze. They want to go farming, but they have to maintain composure. Gen G aren't dead just yet, but they're looking broken.
They have been battered by three different teams on 3 different angles. This is ridiculous. Holding on for dear life, fighting tooth and nail. Faze need one more frag and to see Gen G fall to claim $100,000. Up against the bar, nowhere to go, everyone down in the ditch. This is just hunting season for Faze. Who makes the first mistake? Which team falls? Because there's still money to be played for. For Ensign STK, this is unrelenting. Uncivil falls. Faze, they jump into first. Can they dispatch Gen G? I'm not sure if there's any chance of even catching them at this point. It would be a monumental jump to be able to fortify something to beat them at this stage in the game. And with Gen G going down, surely that's Faze claiming victory.
I don't see it going any other way. Their ability to adjust that send to the compound, forcing the player from Ents further away. Shoot to Kill, going down swinging here, putting up numbers. This is a battle between 6th and 7th for this. Pride on the line, and the nade comes through. Squeaky on the wrong end of it. Diggory still trying to do some damage, but Kurt's nade has just taken away his only lifeline. And this leaves Faze with 4 alive still, watching this battle go before them. The gladiators just tearing chunks out of each other as Faze wait patiently on top for their victory now. They've done the work. They survived the massacre that happened down here in the trenches. Alo wants to move in, shoot to kill. A great game from them. Putting up work, putting up numbers, but Faze waiting for this. Fuzzface starting to move in as well from up above. Alo and Luke 12 to make the final stand for shoot to kill. The Molotovs litter the battlefield in front of them. Luke 12 does find Gustav, but by now, Faze know that they are now just in fine form. Fuzzface falls, shoot to kill. These guys don't know when they're done. It's a 2v2 now. Now, Faze may win the event, but shoot to kill are winning hearts and minds right now. Smokes go up, and now they stay alive for a second longer. How much damage can these boys do?
How have STK, with so many 16th placements, made it into the money bracket? What a turn of face and a turn of situations we've seen through today. This is just an unrelenting, non-stopping amount of action coming out of STK. It's unformidable numbers, but with Faze, the 3 versus 1 now becomes inevitable. Luke 12 would just have to go full-blown God mode, but unfortunately Faze have the exact same principles. 17 frags come out from STK in a moment when they needed it most to bring them up into the money bracket. It got the job done, but ultimately I think we know how this book ends. Through the grass, the final frag is found, and with that, Faze Sunday rings aloud and proud. $100,000 in the bank. That is how you go from not winning week number 2 to answering back in week number 3.
They had critics, they had doubters, but they've come out and proven again and again why they are considered some of the best in the world at what they do. Gen G were hot on the heels, several teams facing them down, pushing them. Oath was up there as well. Virtus Pro had a taste of what victory could be like, what glory could be for them. But Faze reminded them, they are the kings of Europe right now. These men on your screen just did wonders in that final game. Maintaining composure, Rich. We questioned it. We said, are they too passive here? Are they maybe taking it too slow? But no, the timing was perfect. It took the perfect compound, and it took the perfect victory at the end.
The passive play at the start gives them the lay of the land. They read it so perfectly well. And ultimately, they come through at the end. The compound, look at that, the bank is just ticking. The money up in the air, and it's job well done. And this is a scary prospect, Lauren. When we're only just approaching the halfway mark. $207,000 banked for the boys in red. thus far, this has just been an insane competition. Ups, downs. And ultimately, Lauren, we're only halfway through.
What a pleasure, Rich. An incredible game for us to wrap it up on. But to close down the show and bring you every bit of information you'd ever want is the Analyst Desk.